All right, my name is Nanci Scarpulla, and I'm the founder of Potential Birmingham and the Alabama State Mom for Mom TV. And I'm going to talk about the Fellowship of the Food Festivals. See, there's a thing about me. There's three things I love. Number one, food. Number two, people. Number three, my community, my state in particular. I was born and raised here, and I'm very proud to be from Alabama, and I'm very proud to raise my children here. So what does that have to do with this? Well, the butter bean, the peanut, well, you can see the list up here. Do you know that every month, somewhere, somehow, in this state, we celebrate food, we write about it, and then we eat it. But there's more to it than that. And that's what I want to convince you for the next, 3.5 minutes. Oh, that one got a little longer. So what is my fascination with food festivals? Well, it's quite elementary, really. I mean, literally elementary. It was in elementary school that I took Alabama history in 4th grade. And now I'm teaching my little girl, I homeschool, and I'm teaching her Alabama history. And as we're looking around the state at the different regions, I'm thinking to myself, man, I may have been born and raised here, but I was just a country girl growing up in the city. This is my great-grandfather. This was taken back in the Depression. And God love him, his shoes got a blowout on there, and he's strumming on a banjo. But guess what? That's me. That's who I am. And that land that he used to tender for his family, I have it in the backyard now that I do. So even if it's in rural Tuscaloosa County or my backyard or your little loft patio, we all have to play in the dirt, and we all have to survive and do. There's no shame in eating, by the way. Although there probably should be. But, hey, it was chocolate cake. But there's no shame in eating. We all do it, okay? So what does that have to do with any of this? Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's coming up, and guess what? That was the first food festival I could think of. The Indians, the Pilgrims, they weren't really getting along, and then they get together, and they're like, hey, let's eat. And then there you go. We have Thanksgiving. But why is that important to you? Well, here's the deal. We all get in line and we get our plates at these food festivals, and then we sit down and eat it. And sometimes we talk to the person in the front, and sometimes we talk to him in the back. But do we ever really stop and think about why that food's there and why we're there? Again, this is my family. This was taken in rural Tuscaloosa County in the early 1900s. I think it was like 1904. Every time we eat fresh food right here in Alabama at our food festivals, we are giving honor to them. I am celebrating my heritage, and I'm very proud of it. I'm honoring my grandfather in that blown-out boot of his with that banjo. I'm giving voice to tradition, and I'm really thinking about us, the United States, because that's what we are. That's where we came from. If you go to the cultural events, you'll notice two things. You'll recognize your differences, and you'll celebrate those differences. Oh, and then you also expand your worldview, which is another thing. If y'all have ever been to the Greek Food Festival, I don't know about you, but when I leave there, I'm Greek. I'm not really Greek, but I want to be Greek. All right, so we know that it promotes unity, right, and community, and that's very important. But food knows no language, except for it just doesn't know a language. We just eat it. And there's a reason that salsa is the #1 condiment among Hispanics. Hummus. I didn't know what hummus was 20 years ago. It took St. George Lebanese Food Festival to introduce me, and it's a staple in our house. Ponzu, if you don't know what ponzu sauce is, we need to have a sushi festival, and we need it soon. So the bottom line is, we all need food to nourish our bodies, and we all need each other to nourish our souls. Food festivals really do supply that. So in essence, I had so much fun learning about all of these things going on in our great state. If you want to know more, my website's potentialbirmingham.com, and thanks to my friend Val here, who has helped me with the list. We've got it all here in Alabama. Grab your family, or as I told my 9-year-old, I would say, don't hide your kids, don't hide your wife, grab them, get them out, and enjoy our state. We have it all right here in Alabama.